Because your children can call on you at any time, let's look at the power of Father's presence. Fathers provide love, support, and stability, fostering bonds that promote emotional intelligence and resilience in his children. Fathers who are present in their children's lives act as a role model, offering encouragement, praise, and guidance, which help the child develop a strong sense of self, worth, and confidence. So you can see how important it is for the father to be present in their children's life, because he has a lot of responsibility. He has to groom and mold his children. Children with their father's presence tend to be sociable, meaning if the father is not around, or the dad is not around, those children, it's like they're lost. They don't have anybody to talk to, nobody to run to share with, to show the picture from school, to ask the questions, because the father is not present. The father plays a very important role. Let us look at the importance of a father's presence in the life of a boy child. I use this because the girls are always home with mom. Mom is always playing a role, especially in these days, as mothers and fathers. And they do their best. But when it comes to the boy, she can't cut the hair like how the dad would cut it, and she can't show him how to shave like how dad would shave. So I focus more on the boy, especially in times like these, because if you look at some of the statistics these days when it comes to broken home and fathers being absent, it's alarming, very alarming. Have you ever looked at a little boy, say 6 years old, walking with his dad? If you should take the time to observe that boy, he's always looking down. Simple, like I said before, he wants to imitate his dad. He wants to act like his dad. He wants to do everything like his dad. Research has shown that boys who grow up without a father's presence, it affects them up to the age of adulthood. These boys most of the time tend to fall through the cracks because fathers are not there to mold them into the man they should become. So their mothers are left to play the role of mothers and fathers, and they try their best. And they do. And we know that. A lot of us are brought up by our grandmothers or mothers only. No father. Father is somewhere else. There are essentially two kinds of presence, physical and emotional presence. It is not easy or always possible to show up on both these fronts, yet it's important to work on being present in your son's and life and involved. For many fathers, this is a tough job, and it is a tough job. And indeed, it is because of the absence of the father or a father figure in boys' life, so many broken homes. Research has shown that 60 to 70% of young boys are incarcerated, or even though this is not conclusive, it shows the devastating effect the absence of a father has on a boy's life. All you need to do is take a look at the age of these young men who are committing crimes, 15 to 25 years old. Their life just starting, and at the same time, their life is ending. And I am not saying that some of these boys are not from stable homes. What I'm saying is that this, whether you're living at home or living outside of the home, my charge to you is this. Make it your point of duty to keep in touch with your son. Call him every day. Find out how he's doing. Hang out with him. Let him know that you are always there for him, no matter what. Be present in all stages of his life. Like I said earlier, when you become a father, you're a father for life. No matter what you and the wife or the girlfriend had, it is not the fault of your sons or daughters. They are innocent. So be present. Thank you.
I know that the presence of fathers in the home is very, very important. But as a critical thinker, I would like to find out if you have any ideas about why the fathers leave the home in the first place. Why do they abandon the family? And then I'm not looking at this as a religious issue or as a moral issue. Because somebody will say that, why is it that the father doesn't he have any sympathy for his children? Or doesn't he have any compassion or some kind of love for the children? Why is it that you look at his family and they maybe leave and never return? So I would like us to have a look at it. And then maybe we can learn something from that. That is all that I have to say.
Okay, my brother. So like I was saying before, we have dads and we have fathers. In today, if you look at the relationships today, we have a lot of broken relationships. And like you asked, what is the cause of the fathers disappearing and not paying attention to their children? It is simple. The wife and the husband have an issue. They have problems, whatever the problem is. So here comes the divorce. They go their separate ways. Mother is left with the children. And this is no secret. When the father goes, and the children start to ask mom questions. What happened to my dad? You know, just as I know, she's going to tell them a lot of different things. Your dad is this, your dad is that, your dad is this, your dad is that. Now that boy, he needs answers as to why his dad leave home. But the mother is unable to give that boy those answers because she don't want to be honest to the boy. Because if she's being honest, they might turn it against her. And she don't want that because she's left to grow those children on their own. Now, I said late in the end of what I was talking about, I said, no matter what the problem is at home, no matter what creates the problem, you're a father. And you're a father for life. So keep in touch with your son or your daughter. Because if you don't, they're going to end up where you're talking about no father, no mother. You know, I did some research the other day, and all these millionaires that are in jail, the men, and it is astounding to know that most of these men that are in jail grew up without a father. I look at P. Diddy. P. Diddy grew up without a father. His dad was in the army for a period of time. And he was a gangster for one period of time. And he was a drug dealer for one period of time. Is that an example for P. Diddy? If you look at what he's going through now, it's the same thing his dad used to do. So boys do imitate their fathers. So in order for us to fix it, I was saying to Samuel and his wife the other day, in order to fix these problems, we have to focus more on communicating with our children, no matter what the circumstances is. Just like how we can find 20 minutes to be on the phone in social media, we can find 2 seconds to pick up the phone, call your son, call your daughter, find out if they're okay. Don't worry about what happened between you and the mom, because it's not going to fix it. And spiritually, we need to instill these things in our children from a tender age. So they know we put them on a path. It doesn't necessarily mean they're going to stay on that path. But at least we put them on a path. And we tell them, if you travel this path, things might be better. We cannot make their whole life's decision for them, but at least we put them on a path. The broken homes is the problem. Until we can solve the problem of broken homes, we can never solve the problem of these kids going to jail at a tender age.